Hi, I'm an old guy and I do maths. Today we're going to subtract a decimal from a fraction. And there are just a couple of things to be aware of. Obviously, it makes sense for both of these to be in the same form. So we could convert this to a decimal, or we could convert this to a fraction. And I've deliberately chosen these two just to show you the hazards involved in getting an absolutely accurate result. So if we convert this to a decimal, it is as follows: 0.333 recurring. Now, the problem with that is that when we subtract 0.125 from it, we're going to get a more or less accurate answer depending on how many threes we pop into our calculator. And it is a job that you can do on a calculator. It's not impossible to do this by hand, but we'll just do this by calculator just to show you a couple of things. So I'm going to put the 3 threes in and subtract 0.125 from that. And what I get is 0.208. Okay, I hope you can see that. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill up my calculator's screen with as many threes as I can. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, no, 14, sorry. So we'll just say to 14 places. And I'm going to subtract 0.125 from that. And what I get is evidence that I'm dealing with an endless non-recurring decimal. So clearly this is not accurate. And clearly this is tending towards greater accuracy, but because this is now an endless non-recurring decimal, I'm not going to get to the bottom of this. So what do I do? Well, it would be different if this were a quarter. So let's just deal with that now. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn a quarter into a decimal, and that's 0.25 minus 0.125, and we're going to get an absolutely accurate answer, and that is 0.125. That is absolutely accurate. We could write this with a 0 here, and it's still 0.25. It's still a quarter. It's just 0.250, greater level of accuracy. We subtract 0.125 from that, we get that. Now, this leads the way to a qualitative choice that should be made. Let's go back to this. What I would do instead of converting this is I'd convert this. And I get 1/3 minus 1/8. 1/8 is 0.125. And what do I get for my trouble? Well, it is, let's get our denominator sorted out. The lowest common multiple, 24. 8 ones are 8. 3 ones are 3, and the answer is 5 on 24. Now that's a perfectly accurate answer. Now, if we convert that to a decimal, look at what we get. the decimals are not really, this is by the way an endless non-recurring decimal, they're not really able to express this completely accurately. So what is the moral of this story? Well, I think that the whole thing comes down to a judgment call. Where you've got something like this can be converted to a decimal really, really easily. It's a terminating decimal. We know what its exact value is as a decimal. No problem. This, not so much. So if you're doing this, the sensible thing to do is to convert this to a fraction. You can subtract the fraction from the fraction. You can get an absolutely accurate answer. Anyway, that's as much as I wanted to point out. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this useful and perhaps a little intriguing. Thanks again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.